Sauvignon Blanc's a really interesting variety. You really need cool climate to make classic Sauvignon Blanc. So we need to go to areas like Adelaide Hills. And actually an area that's really interesting is Mount Gambier, very cool and obviously very close to the coast. So that cool climate accentuates the fruit character, you get depth of flavour, and it really does make great Sauvignon Blanc. Warmer areas certainly don't produce great Sauvignon Blanc. They'll make a very commercial Sauvignon Blanc, but they won't make really great Sauvignon Blanc. So to me, Adelaide Hills, Mount Gambier, and maybe somewhere like Eden Valley, where again it's quite cool and you get great flavour development, great depth through the palate, but that lovely punchy fruit. In the vineyard, we're trying to maximise the flavour development in Sauvignon Blanc. It's really key to get a lovely slow ripening period for Sauvignon Blanc, develop those lovely fruit flavours and get depth on the palate. I think that's one of the problems with Sauvignon Blanc. If they ripen too quickly, you don't get the fruit flavours and you don't get that depth on the palate. So cool climate is ideal. We can go to vertical shoot position where we get more light exposure, but we're not going to get sunburn because it's cool climate. Warmer areas certainly have issues with Sauvignon Blanc. It ripens too quickly, makes good commercial Sauvignon Blanc, but not great Sauvignon Blanc. So cool climate, vertical shoot position, lovely just dappled light on the fruit, and you get that lovely development of flavour. And that's the key thing, is to get the flavour in the vineyard. With Sauvignon Blanc in the winery, we do several different things. A little bit of oak is quite interesting with Sauvignon Blanc. You can make a very floral, fruity style, but nowadays people are looking for a bit more complexity and a bit more depth. So we actually barrel ferment maybe 10% in older oak just to build the flavour, and so we get that lovely depth of flavour on the Sauvignon Blanc, but it doesn't look oaky, and that's the key thing. You don't want the oak to come out. Certainly there's been a lot of research on developing the thiols in Sauvignon Blanc, so either using a specific yeast or enzymes to bring those thiols out, and certainly those things work, but I'm a great believer in getting the right fruit, getting the flavour in the fruit first, so cool climate and the right regions. Key to Sauvignon Blanc. If you don't get the flavour right from the vineyard, then whatever you do in the winery is not going to make a fantastic wine. So if we can start in the vineyard, get the flavour right, then what we do in the winery, we can play with the things like the selection of yeast and certainly some enzymes, but it's really about the vineyard. And I think that applies to all wine. If you start off with great fruit, you've got the chance of making great wine.